show off by giving God praise this morning. And we got the one and only Pastor Freddie Douglas Haynes. The senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, is going to usher us into a worship and a good word. Good morning, Pastor Haynes.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley. How you doing today?
Man, I'm blessed, man. Thank you for coming on, always helping us get our mind right. What you going to talk about this morning?
Hey, Ricky, I'm talking about what it means to have faith this morning, and I love how in our community we always come up with sayings that are idioms that just say it all. And so one of the sayings that's real popular today is say it with your full chest. I love it because when you say it with your full chest, it means you have confidence, you have faith, you have belief, you ain't holding nothing back. And too many times we move through life with our heads down. We don't believe in ourselves. And yet I serve a God who says, if you're going to live this life and live your best life, say it with your full chest. Live with your full chest. How do you do that? You say it with your full chest when you have faith, because I've discovered that believers are achievers. If you don't believe, you're not going to achieve. And so say it with your full chest, but then live with your full chest. And when you say it with your full chest and live with your full chest, you'll discover that your highlights are not behind you, but they are in front of you. Do you recognize what faith is? Faith is simply possessing in the present what God has promised you in the future. So the reason I can say it with my full chest and live with my full chest is because I'm possessing right now what God is going to give me in my not yet. So I may not have it right now, but I'm acting like it. And if I act like it right now, I'm going to have it in my not yet. So you go ahead and live life saying it with your full chest. Do like Cicely Tyson, who says in her wonderful autobiography that she used to envision herself as a child seated on the front row of the Oscars. And y'all, one day it happened because she said it with her full chest. She lived it. She believed it, knowing that faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. So go ahead, move through this day saying it with your full chest.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, Pastor Frederick Douglas Haynes. Pastor Haynes, let everybody know how they can reach you.
You can follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram and Twitter at FH Unscripted. I'm on Facebook, Frederick D. Haynes, and my YouTube channel is Frederick Haynes.
Love you, Pastor Haynes.
Love you, Ricky. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
News headlines.
Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 11 minutes after the hour, y'all. The segment's being brought to you by
Walt Disney World. The Magic is calling you to the Walt Disney World Resort 50th anniversary celebration beginning October the 1st. Learn more at disneyworld.com/50. Eva Bathsheba got the front page. What's happening?
Good morning, Rock T. Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and happy Thursday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcel, here with a quick look at your front page news. An FDA advisory panel plans to meet tomorrow to discuss whether there's enough evidence to advise that people get a booster shot of Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine. Now, Moderna has also asked the FDA to allow a booster dose of its vaccine. And if approved by the FDA, the CDC would then decide who would be eligible to get them. Meanwhile, a rally is planned this Saturday in support of the people who attacked the Capitol on January the 6th. The U.S. Capitol has asked the Pentagon to put the National Guard on standby in case there's any violence. Now, in other news, the Texas Attorney General is suing several Texas school districts over mask mandates, and a federal judge rejected a request by attorneys from former President Donald Trump to delay a defamation lawsuit brought against him by a woman who accused him of raping her in the mid-1990s. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news. For more, log on to the RickeySmileyMorningshow.com. Rock T, what's going down in sports?
Well, Time Magazine releases their new list of 100 most influential people, and there's a few athletes on that list. Of course, Tom Brady, Simone Biles, Allison Felix, Naomi Osaka, just to name a few. Bad news for the Dallas Cowboys, man. Their star defensive end, DeMarcus Lawrence, out 6 to 8 weeks with a broken foot, man. I tell you what, man. When it rains, it pours. Now, at least they still got their quarterback, of course, but DeMarcus Lawrence, man, he's a force on that defensive line. He gets double-teamed every game, and that allows other players to make some plays, so they should be okay. They should be able to hold it down until he gets back, but only time will tell. The U.S. Women's National Team Players Association says that the U.S. Soccer Federation's recent offer of identical contract proposals for both men and women teams is all a PR stunt. They said, we'll believe it when we see it. Cut the check, please. Last but not least, man, tonight is Thursday Night Football. New York Giants versus the Washington Redskins. I'm picking the Redskins to win that game. I wouldn't pick the Giants if they was doggone playing a Pee Wee Pop Warner football team.
Oh, wow.
The rest of Rock T NFL picks of the week coming up later on this morning in the show. Stay tuned. Rick Dog is going down. Gary, what the T? What's up, pimpin'?
All right, y'all. People still talking about the Met Gala that happened the other day, and they're still talking about Sierra, who was rocking, y'all, a Russell Wilson jersey-themed dress, y'all, at the New York Met Gala, which featured...
She understood the assignment.
Yes, she did. They say, honey, now, she featured his Super Bowl 48 ring, y'all, that he won against Peyton Manning. And, y'all, it's a lot of people wondered, y'all, if this was going to be a big throwdown fight, because it's being reported, y'all, Dad, honey, when Peyton Manning, honey, made the joke about Sierra wearing the ring he wanted, they're saying that Russell Wilson responded with the fact that Tom Brady actually had held the ring that he won and whatever. Now they're saying that regardless of how many rings won, both Russell Wilson and Manning are sure shot Hall of Famers now. But a lot of people saying it was interesting that, you know, Mr. Peyton Manning, we already said, y'all, he was upset because he wanted that ring. And Russell won it that year, so why would Sierra wear the dress and the ring? And he was a little bit hurt by it, but they say he eventually got over it, and, you know, they became friends. Isn't that a mess, honey? They say, baby, she wore that ring, honey. I don't how these sports people, Roxy, how y'all operate.
That's when you support your man. She had that dress on and a little football pocketbook with the diamonds on it.
Yes, she did, honey. I'm like, all right, Miss Sierra, honey. A lot of people were saying this. Well, anyway, I'm gonna leave that alone. But anyway,
she understood the assignment.
Leave it
she
alone.
understood. She understood it, baby, and she did what she had to do, honey. So, you know, they said that this loss obviously still hunts Mr. Manning to this day, y'all. But they say he expressed his feeling in a rather comedic way. So, congratulations. He didn't get real ugly about the situation, and Miss Sierra did what she had to do. Like you said, Ricky, she understood the assignment.
Because he could have headbutted her.
Yeah, Peyton, you got a big, huge head, boy.
No.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure Russell Honey would have stood up for his woman. But anyway.
Both of them would have been laid out.
All right. Well, the color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. Y'all, my color today is cashew. On the high end, you say cashew, and on the low end, just say beautiful tan. That's your color for today. Brad, what you got coming up in the hot spot?
Coming up next in the hot spot, I got some news on Wendy Williams, Gary, and I'm going to tell you all about it up next. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and
that's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, Rick's About the Morning Show. Hey, the time right now is the bottom of the hour. The hot spot is being brought to you by Indeed. Indeed helps you hire great people fast. Indeed delivers 4 times more hires than all other job sites combined, according to Talent Nest. Visit Indeed.com/credit. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tad, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Wendy Williams, y'all. The Wendy Williams show's 13th season premiere has been delayed so that Wendy can recover from a breakthrough case of COVID-19. What's a breakthrough case, y'all?
I don't know.
A break?
Yeah,
Gary said it broke through.
That's what I have.
Okay. The show announced her diagnosis on Instagram yesterday, writing, while continuing her health evaluations, Wendy has tested positive for a breakthrough case of COVID-19. To allow Wendy time to quarantine and fully recover, and to ensure that our production fully abides by SAG-AFTRA COVID protocols, we expect to begin the 13th season of The Wendy Williams Show October the 4th, Monday, and in the meantime, repeat repeats will be scheduled. The Sun reports that shortly after the announcement was made, NYPD was called to the talk show's high-rise apartment building to assist a 57-year-old female that matched her description for psychiatric services. However, y'all, the police spokesperson would not confirm if the woman was Wendy Williams or not. So let's just keep Wendy in our prayers, because we love Wendy and we definitely don't want her to be sick. But I want to know what a breakthrough case is. That's something
when you're vaccinated and you still get COVID.
Really?
Yeah, a vaccinated still get COVID and probably end up having to go through.
Not have any symptoms. Yeah.
Oh, she had it and was asymptomatic.
Yeah,
well, you could have symptoms or you could not have symptoms.
Right.
Like, I don't have symptoms, but you could have symptoms, but you probably don't have to be hospitalized. But if you have to be hospitalized, that's considered a true breakthrough, because not only did you get the illness, but you actually got sick.
Right. You but you still have it, or are you negative?
No, I still got 4 more days of quarantine.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
But she got underlying health issues too.
Right. She absolutely do.
She has some underlying health issues.
That's the difference. Yes.
And that adds to it.
All right, y'all. Well, moving on, y'all. Fat Joe, he went on Instagram Live to apologize to Lil Mo and Vita, who he called Dusty Bees from a crack house, during his versus battle with Ja Rule. Now, hours before his apology, Lil Mo demanded that he apologize. Writing on Instagram, I need everyone, and that's a capital everyone, to tell Fat Joe he owes me a genuine apology. I don't live in a crack house, nor am I Dusty. Street code. Women and children is off limits. # disappointed. Well, I remember doing the news yesterday, and Joe had already apologized, because I read it. But anyway, Joe had already apologized for the comment. Then Remy jumped in. Remy Ma jumped in and said, stop it, Mo. You know damn well Joe ain't on it like that. First of all, you, Ashanti, or nobody had even come out yet when him and Ja was going back and forth. We didn't know who was in the back. Second, I was in the car when you walked through the parking lot and he hugged you and showed mad love as usual. No need for your followers to tell him anything. I'm sorry you were offended, but you could call my phone. But also, as someone that personally knows Joe, he was not intentionally trying to hurt anyone. It was a battle between friends that are like family. Sidebar, # street code, don't do social media. So Mo responded to Remy, who is you to tell me how to feel? Mind your business. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Then Joe said on IG Live, I apologize to Mo and Vita and any women who feel disrespected by what I said. I don't just love black women. I adore them. I worship them. You are the queens. You are my queens. Simple. Follow the track record. Black women, I love them all. He continued, I'm apologizing to anyone I offended. What y'all think? I love the way Rim just came to the rescue. Yes. It was like, you know what I'm saying? Yo, and she saw, I guess, whatever happened. Like, and really, Joe really is a sweet dude. He just said the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? He's a good-hearted dude. And
the apology made it right, though.
Yeah,
it was the right thing to do.
And I don't think they were even in the back yet or something. I don't know. But I do understand Lil Mo's side, too, and why they feel a certain type of way, because they the women that came out, which looked like that's who he was talking about. So I just wanted to be squashed and wrapped and not go further than this, and I just hope they all love on each other, and I don't want Remy and Lil Mo into it either. So that ain't good, because they was friends as well. We need you and
them beefs don't last long, because they have, when you have grandkids, them beefs don't last no longer than 2 weeks. You start having grandkids, right? Because you got to focus on Jesus. Keep your eyes, eyes be on Jesus. Yeah.
Yes, all right. Yes. Well, we're going to wrap up the hospital with our eyes on Jesus. Amen. And we going coming up next, we got Special K with the news you absolutely positively cannot use. And why don't y'all hit us up for them wake-up calls at 8669-RICKY. That's 8669-RICKEY. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
You liar! I believe him, yo. I don't know why, but I do.
You liar! Special K, good morning, man. What you got for us?
Man, good morning. Got a little news you absolutely positive cannot use. Gonna start it off with a little riddle of the day. The answer is daylight savings time and Gary's bed linen. What's the question? Name 2 things that change twice a year.
Wow.
And also, what's
That's
long
accurate.
and... Yeah, I got one more. What's long and really hard? And Gary struggled when he took it as a senior in high school. That would be the SAT. All right.
Gary.
Get your mind out the gutter.
He on one this morning, Gary. You gonna let him just
see that, honey? It's that COVID, honey, acting up.
Yeah,
is that what it is, Gary?
That's what it is, child. We're gonna let him make it.
Gary's got me feeling some kind of way, but our actual sponsor this morning is Roll the Dice Airlines. Now, you've heard of discount airlines like Frontier and Spirit, but Roll the Dice Airlines is a brand new one. I don't think they're gonna make it with this kind of advertising campaign. Some of their slogans are get there cheap and get there fast, but your first flight with us might be your last. Now, let's see. We fly together, we die together. I'm not buying. Other airlines care and charge the big bucks. We give $30 flights and give zero.
You know what airline that is?
That's Roll the Dice Airline.
You jump on that, baby, if you just got to get from Fort Lauderdale to Atlanta real quick, and you just take a chance.
To get there, and you don't feel like riding that bus. All right, so now y'all know. Let's get into the news real quick. The thing that makes Hollywood productions successful is all in proper casting. Like, I watched Eva's show, and what makes that show work is everybody is cast in believable roles, and it just works. It just makes it work. Now we got some productions coming up that I just don't think they're gonna be successful. You got pop superstar Whitney Houston. Her role is being reprised in The Bodyguard 2, starring comedian Cheryl Underwood as Whitney Houston. I don't know. I don't think. Yeah, I don't see that working.
She'll do a great job.
And then you got comedian Bruce starred in the autobiography of R&B legend Lionel Richie. I don't know if any of y'all have seen Lionel Richie. This man about 6'4" and about 120 pounds. I just don't think that's going to be a good one. And finally,
hello,
we got Precious. And we all love, and this is not a body shaming post. We all love Precious and Empire star Boris Sidibe. We love her. She is a great actress and just a beautiful, full-figured black woman. But she's being cast in the autobiography of track star sprinter Sha'Carri Richardson.
Hey,
hey man. She got a little get up.
Hey, man.
But they say she's struggling with a drinking problem in this story.
Hey, man.
But the problem is the story, she can't stop drinking Dr. Pepper. All right.
Hey, man.
What?
If I watch that movie and Precious win that race and I run all them damn other girls. Bruh,
they do say that she runs about an 11-second 100, though.
That's moving.
That's moving. Now, in the wake of the controversy, Rock T, this one's for you, finally. In the wake of the controversy over these NFL team names, man, it's still going on. Washington still doesn't have a team.
True.
Now, Rock, I don't know if you heard this or not, but already we one game into the season. Lawsuits been filed against different teams. They got a group representing tall people that's filed against the New York Giants, a group representing atheists that's filing against the New Orleans Saints, and a group representing gay dudes that are filing against the Green Bay Packers and the LA Rams. We're going to keep that moving. Y'all can follow me at Special K913 on Instagram.
No.
As I ride out my last 4 days of quarantine. Have mercy.
Damn,
I get it, the Packers, but what's wrong with the Rams?
Man, go ahead, man. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
Gary has the tea and the color today. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Actress Gabrielle Union. She is speaking out. She's finally talking about that wonderful, or should I say that bad day when she got some shocking news. Now, she said, honey, when she heard and was told that not Gabrielle Union, her husband, Dwayne Wade, told her, y'all, that he was having a child with another woman back in 2013, she was devastated. Now, she said, quote, the experience of Dwayne having a baby so easily while I was unable to left my soul not just broken into pieces, but shattered into fine dust scattering in the wind. Now, in an excerpt from her upcoming book, honey, You Got Something Stronger, Miss Union wrote about, what it was like, y'all, when Dwayne told her that he was having a baby with another child. Now, the couple have publicly been together since 2009, and they got engaged back in December of 2013. Shortly afterward, it was reported, y'all, that Dwayne had just had a son, y'all, with another woman, honey. And they're saying back in 2013, before they were married, Dwayne, I guess they had a break baby, because people was calling it a break baby back at the time because they had separated for a little while. And while he was on break, honey, he decided to, have sex. Well, anyway, she said, to say, honey, I was devastated is to pick a word on a low shelf for convenience. She said, there are people, strangers I will never meet who have been upset that I have not previously talked about the trauma. She said, I have not had words and even after untold amounts of therapy. She said, I'm not sure, honey, I have them now. She said that the experience especially hit her hard, and she had been diagnosed, y'all, with endomyosis and had experienced more miscarriage than I could confidently count. Now, as the couple considered surrogacy, she said the experience of Dwayne having a baby so easily while I was unable to left my soul just not broken into pieces. And then she said, quote, we gathered what we could to slowly remake me into something new. She said there was no way to disguise where I had been glued back together. And she went on and talked about it, y'all. And it was so sad, though, y'all, but she said they're back together, She said, right now, honey, today, she said, the me today would not have stayed with him. She said, but I would be who I am now without that pain. She said, I remember a small voice in my heart telling myself to leave. She said, but my fear of public humiliation was so great that I didn't take my own advice. Isn't that sad?
That's what a lot of women do.
I mean, that is so sad. And she really wanted to leave him, but she stayed, though, honey, because of public humiliation, honey. And, they look like they're working it out now, though, but I don't know, honey.
Yes, because people get shamed when they break up, like they get shamed and made look like they failed.
And then you're low-key scared to let the person that you love end up with somebody else even after they cheated. Even if you don't go to the one he cheated with, he going to end up with somebody else, and that's a double whammy. After you already heard from that, now you got to deal with that.
If he really be happy with that person, they're going to eat you alive.
Right.
Yeah, bless her soul, sweet Jesus. Well, honey, she's still with him, honey, and they have their child together, and it look like they seem to be happy. But I don't know. That's a hard pill, a hard pill to swallow, though, honey. Because you look at that other woman with that break baby every now and then when you see her, honey, out in the public, and you realize, honey, that that's your husband's child when y'all were together, honey. I don't know. It's a sad situation, but we're gonna keep them all lifted up in prayer, honey, and hopefully, they stay together, child. All right, moving on in other celebrity news, y'all. Beyonce and Jay-Z, honey, they still talking about that vacation on that $400 million yacht. Now, they're saying they're only paying $4.2 million a week, y'all, to rent this beautiful yacht. Now, it was built back in 2019, and they're saying it's 450 foot long, and Ricky, they're calling it the Flying Fox. They say now it can accommodate up to 25 guests and comes with a 35-foot pool on the main deck, a movie theater, a nightclub, an elevator, 2 helipads, and they say while on board, there's 55 crew members that's going to cater to their every need.
Oh, they're going to have a good time. They're going to get served hand and foot, drink, food, dessert. Then they roll out the sun pad and the jet skis and the dinghy boat. Take you to a small island. I watch Below Deck all the time. Gary, you ever watch Below Deck?
I've seen it once.
He's probably been below deck a few times.
Have you ever been below deck?
Yeah, I sure have.
Part of the crew.
Well, I'm glad you watch it, honey. At least I wonder what
happened. Listen, Gary, you got to take your vacation. You make sure you go to Dick's and get you something to wear and sit down and watch Below Deck.
I sure will. I'm going to take that into consideration, honey. Yes, I will. I'm going to do it. Sound like you jealous because that tugboat you got, honey. But anyway, child, congratulations to Beyonce and Jay-Z, honey, and their beautiful yacht that they're renting, honey. All right, I'm going to go to the caller, child. The color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today is cashew. On the high end, you say cashew, and on the low end, you say beautiful tan. That's your color for today.
Y'all give it up for Gary with the D.
One time.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley morning show time for the wake up call. Get at your boy 866-9RCKEY. Let's go.
Hey, it's time to get yourself together. Come on, 'cause he woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, so we be better. Wake up, encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley morning show, wanna know where you calling from? So come on and tell us and just wake up.
It's Gwen calling from St. Louis to wake up my kids, Cordero and Stella. Wake up, it's Thursday. Good morning to Dwayne all the way in Illinois. Hey, cousin. Good morning. Wake up, Dwayne. Have a positive and productive day.
Hey, this is Royal Clark by way of Gary, Indiana, telling Gary Richardson and Harding Epps Jr., wake up.
Hey, this is Miss Coleman calling from Cabarrus Charter Academy, waking up all of my 5th graders. Wake up.
This is Coach Ross from Cornelius, North Carolina. Wake up, y'all. Be blessed. Wake up.
Lock in what's yours, cause we gon' let them know.
Let them know. Come on, Charleston, wake up. Baton Rouge, wake up. Tallahassee, wake up.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Come on, Montgomery,
wake up.
Columbus,
wake up.
Wake up. Albany,
wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
I appreciate the wake up calls, Brett.
You welcome, Ricky. All right, y'all. So there's a new research, and it shows a debate on tap water versus bottled water. Now, it's a hot debate because in a recent survey, 67% of Americans say they have strong opinions about the water they choose to drink. For example, nearly 70 of the people say they believe that their tap water is safe to drink, but nearly 25% of them said that they still won't drink it. And half of them said they still will only drink tap water from their own home and not a friend's house or at work. So, y'all, how bougie are your drinking preferences? Will you drink tap water or only bottled water? And if you drink tap water, would you drink it from a break room a break room sink at work? And if you drink bottled water, are there only certain brands you'll drink? What y'all think?
Now, I like the water fountains that work because that water is refrigerated and filtered.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yeah, it's
so
like if you
wrong.
know it's filtered, you feel better about drinking it. Now, I wouldn't drink no break room sink at work tap water.
Right.
Not like
And-
in the
and-
janitor closet or nothing.
You want to go to the
And
bathroom?
now you have refrigerators that have filtered water that's cool. You know,
Right.
a lot of those modern refrigerators, you know, whatever. But you know, if you want to take some water and you can boil the water and then put the water in the pitcher and put it in the refrigerator, that water is safe to drink because you boiled it, you know.
Yeah, I feel like mine got to be purified some kind of way, Rick. And I like
Right.
Fiji water, so I'm not trying to be
All-
bougie, but I
all
like the
day I
way
order-
Fiji tastes.
I order them off Amazon by the case.
Me too.
Yes, sir. I drank a big bottle of that Fiji. Had to pull over on the highway between Montgomery and Auburn yesterday.
But
They thought I was out there fixing my truck, but you can see that stream running down the highway.
Lord. But you know what, though, Ricky? I promise y'all, I think y'all are still being tricked. I promise you this. I do not buy water because my thing is if I'm paying for water at my doggone house, why am I going to go to the store and buy some water? And what I do is...
Same water.
Well, let me
That
tell
don't
you,
mean
when
it's purified, though.
Yeah, but let me
at
tell you,
all.
when I go to whoever house, honey, and they have cute to an event and they have nice bottled water, I will take that bottled water, and when I get home, after I drink the water, I get the water out of my hydrant and put it in the bottle, and I freeze it. When you
Why you
drink-
don't boil it? All you got to do is boil it.
No,
Jay.
ain't about, that's too much trouble, Ricky. Boiling here, you could just put it right there in the freezer.
You got a hydrant in your apartment?
You don't have a hydrant?
A hydrant? That red thing is a hydrant.
What?
No,
The red thing that's sitting on the ground.
That's what they call a faucet. In the South, they call them hydrants.
Oh, I've
the one
never
that's
heard
over
that.
the sink. Oh yeah, over the sink, or
ain't
the
never
one
heard
that comes out that goes to
It's
connect to
called
the
the
hose pipe. They call it
The
it's
fire
faucet.
hydrant.
It's called the
Oh.
hydrant.
No,
I heard them
Gary.
call it a spigot.
It's a
Yeah.
It's a faucet.
Yeah, but in the South, old people do call the sink hydrant. Go run some,
Okay.
turn on that hydrant and run some water. Yeah,
Okay.
it really, my grandma
Never heard
did.
that since
Okay.
this morning.
So nobody drink water out the water hose no more?
No.
Oh yeah, when you're
no.
shooting basketball in the parking lot, absolutely,
No.
sir.
absolutely. Especially if you got that hose pipe that you nailed to the wall with that little thing. Man, that water you got to wait them. You got to wait about 10 minutes for that water to cool off.
That hot
That's some
rubber.
good
Sitting
ass
outside,
water.
all kind of bugs and peed on it.
Bugs
No.
are in
Get
there.
y'all color purple.
Ain't nothing in there if you let it run for 10 minutes.
Yeah, man.
And everything that's in there gonna come out.
Exactly.
So what y'all
And
think
ain't no
about?
bugs finna go in that hot hose pipe.
But what? You crazy?
No bugs going
They
inside
be
of that hot
thirsty
hose
too.
pipe.
They go in there.
I'm not gonna find out.
Right.
I gotta be with the girls on this one.
Well, me and my boys, we do. I just raise these men out there, and they not finna come in and out. Don't have to have bottled water, and we run the hose pipe or whatever when they out there shooting basketball and playing football. And they turned out fine.
Okay.
As you
Nice
laugh.
cooler of bottled water sitting off to the side.
What y'all thoughts about regular spring water versus alkaline water? Some of the upper class.
Well, you
That
know,
ain't
the
taste no
alkaline
different.
water, I've noticed, has been having a lot of studies that are saying that are not as good for smaller babies. So those that do have an alkaline diet have to be very careful when it comes to making sure that they give it to their child or not. Because I think it's better for older people, but underdeveloped bodies can't filter alkaline water properly.
Right.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
All right.
Hit us up and let us know what you think on the website. Go to our Facebook page and hit us up because we want to know what you think about water. All right, y'all. More Rickey Smiley Water Show coming up.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, baby.
A new season is.
Black Tony, what's up?
You said a word right there, but you said it rough out here. You ain't never lied, but you ain't never lied. It rough
Coming
out
to work?
It's rough out here.
Coming to work?
I'm coming. I'm coming soon as my uncle get back. Soon as he get back and put this, soon as my uncle get back. Cause, you know.
Are you calling to say you're going to be late? Or you take?
I'm gonna be late. Cause my uncle he going go get us another ceiling fan. Cause my cousin, you know, my uncle's son, he a J. He a crackhead. He a geek monster.
That ain't got nothing to do with us. We got our own problem.
No, I'm trying to save a life right now. See, I'm trying to keep somebody from having a heat stroke.
What happened to Jay?
I'm trying to keep Big Mama from having a heat stroke. No, cause my cousin, he a J. He a geek monster.
Oh, okay.
He ain't for to be over here, but he done came up in here and clowned in the window, and done he done tried to steal the ceiling fan in Big Mama room. And he done took 4 of the blades off of there, just one blade spinning around. So she's sweating. I'm waving the fan over. I got the church fan on. I'm waving the fan on until my uncle get back with a new ceiling fan.
So what's wrong with our Big Mama, the fact she have to have a ceiling fan?
Cause she big, shawty. She fat. She sweat a lot in her sleep, but the doctor says she get too hot, she can have a heat stroke. And I can't let that happen, shawty. I got to save her life. I wouldn't know what to do about life, Big Mama.
What your cousin gonna do with the blades that he took off the ceiling fan?
He was trying to steal the whole ceiling fan, bro. But I woke up and caught him. And I checked him out. He just ran out with the 4 blades he had. I guess he gonna try to sell them.
Well, with the one blade that's on there, just turn it all the way up.
I did turn it all the way up, but the wind ain't blowing right. And Big Mama just sweating.
Open up the window.
I'm waving her with the church fan, the one with Martin Luther King on one side and the funeral home on the other side.
Man, they don't even have those no more. They have the Medea ones. I know you lying.
I'm sorry, I'm just upset right now.
No, bro. No.
I'll be there in a little bit.
All right. You promise, man. All right, Black Tony. 10:30. That what time we get off?
That ain't my fault, so you should have had a longer show.
Hold it! He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the teeth. It's Gary, baby.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 5 minutes after the hour. Gary has the tea and the clue today brought to you by.
This segment is brought to you by Macy's. It's Macy's one-day sale with great deals of the day to get you and your home ready for fall temps. Save on new coat signature scents, kitchen prep, comforters, and more starting tomorrow at Macy's.
Gary.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Now, according to an on-site report, y'all, a judge has denied T.I.'s request to dismiss Sabrina Peterson's, y'all, defamation lawsuit against him and his reality star wife, Miss Tamika Tiny Harris. Now, they're saying, y'all, after a ruling in favor of Peterson yesterday, they're saying that the lawsuit involving Harris' associate, Ms. Shekinah Anderson, is and said to prevail. Now, according to attorney Tyrone Blackburn, he shared, quote, he said, this case goes on. T.I. Tiny as well as Shekinah's anti-slap motion failed, and Sabrina is entitled to get justice for the defamation that was visited upon her by the Harrises and Miss Anderson. Now, they're saying, quote, he said, the next move is on the Harrises to answer the 4 counts that judge allows. Now, they said the hard part for them is that everything is so public, and the fact that Shekinah said she was told to do this by Tamika, all these things are detrimental to their case. Now, they're saying Blackburn also said he believes that the case is in Sabrina's favor, adding that the agency theory of law will likely back up their case since Shekinah was once employed by Tamika acting as her hairstylist. Now, they're saying earlier this year, Peterson claimed that Tamika smeared her name with public statements and social media posts after she alleged T.I. pointed a gun at her head. Now, they're saying in later claims, Sabrina said that she was told that T.I. looked into hiring a hitman to allegedly silence her. Now, allegedly, they said the job was only $25,000, and they're saying that Tip has not commented publicly on those allegations, unquote.
Wow, Jesus.
Yeah, we got to pray, Jesus, Lord, because, I mean, you know, it's interesting, honey, you know, and like they said, stuff is public, and once stuff is public, it's out there, y'all, so, you know, I mean, everybody's going to have an opinion and what have you, and we're just going to see, honey, how this all turned out, because it's not looking real good. But we all know that Jesus still sits on the throne.
Amen.
And he can handle all of this, honey. So it's going to all go away eventually one day. And everybody's going to be friends again. Do y'all know anything about these people? Because
I don't. I just know I love Tiny and T.I. and they good people, and they've always been good people. And whatever they do, it's most likely it's consensual. Because why would you go if you don't want to have fun?
Oh, okay. And there you have it. All right, moving on. And speaking of having fun, y'all, Ashanti, baby, she denied, honey, that she will be reconciling with her ex Nelly, who walked across the stage during that Ja Rule and Fat Joe verses to give her a hug. Now they're saying during the live with Fat Joe, Ashanti spoke on the hug, saying, "Listen." She said, "There's nothing happening, honey." Now, look, she said, "This is the crazy part." She said, "I had no idea that he was going to be there, and I haven't seen him and spoken to him since we broke up." She said, 6 years or something, honey. She said, "So, I did not know what to expect." She said, "I seen him move you out the way, honey." Said, but honey, later she said, "I wasn't expecting that." She said, "And that's the crazy thing, honey. I seen his eyes get big, and I didn't know what was going to happen." She was afraid he probably going to shoot or hit her. She said, "But I didn't know what to expect." She said, "It was positive," she said. She said, "And honey, Nelly's single now, and they said Ashanti is single, but she don't want Nelly back." But it's amazing how a man do. Now, you threw away, honey, for that other woman back in the day 6 years ago. Now she's looking amazing, honey.
No, Gary, no, I don't think that's how it happened. I think they had already broke up, Ashanti and Nelly did, and yeah. So he didn't throw nobody away.
Well, why he looking at her now, honey? He had the woman he was going to marry with, or whatever her name was.
Well, it didn't work out, Gary. It didn't work out.
Yeah, it didn't work out right. Well, don't come over here by me.
And Ashanti looked good in her outfit.
Yeah, she did. She sure did. So
Lord.
He should have stayed.
I
in
knew
his
he was
part.
going to slide up and say what's up. Oh, well, Gary, the past is the past. Is there a future for them? We don't know. Ashanti says she ain't with it. So we have yet to see what's going to happen.
She would be a fool to take him back out. He done been all over all these
Not
other
really.
women.
Not if you really love somebody. Not if you really love somebody. And people change. People change. It's been 6 years. He's been through a whole new relationship. She probably had a relationship and learned something. You grow, Gary.
I agree with you, Gary. That's right, Gary. I agree with you. You got to hold on to them feelings of hurt and pain and how you made them suffer. For the 9 months I carried you, no charge.
For the 9 months I carried you.
Nah, so honey, the
growing inside me.
No charge.
No charge. So honey,
that was a song.
Honey, so scat, honey, get away. Don't come around here with all those
like a roach, Gary. You got to stomp like a roach.
Like a roach here, honey, bringing all that bad energy.
And then you got the energy.
On, Ricky.
And then getting your feelings back going, and then knowing damn well he don't want you. And what he want is a white woman with blonde hair. That's what he want, Gary.
Because that's why he's singing country music again, honey. He think he's slick, honey. No, man, baby. You ain't coming up over here.
Oh, Lord.
I don't care. Wave from it.
Keep him off your porch. Keep him off your porch.
That's right, honey. Nah, All right, the color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is cashew. On the high end, you say cashew, and on the low end, say tan. That's your color for today, honey. Y'all see that about bringing something
coming over here with all them spirits with other women all over from head to toe. Smelling like all them different perfumes and stuff, and women that just ran through them, and then you bringing all them spirits.
That's right, honey. Messing up my allergies, honey.
Sunday shouldn't even let him hug her with all them spirits of just random women and tramps and strippers and $40 pieces of booty and fake breasts and weave and lace fronts and lashes and lipstick and church shoes and heels and stripper heels and stripper poles and making it rain, all that mess, bringing that spirit around me, and I done went and sought Jesus after I heard in pain.
Thank you, honey. Stirring up her allergies, baby. No, ma'am, baby. I got allergies.
Got it all out, man.
Boy, Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. Boy, you better say this song right here, boy. You did me wrong. I thought you were true. You ran out of my life. I'm so through with you. You better tell them Avant. Come on now. I remember when you used to sit there. Yes, son, I would hold you in my arms and you would say to me, yeah. But you better tell the truth on this damn song right here.
Yeah.
Dog. He said one then, Gary.
Yes, he did. He said, now that we separated, honey, we can't stand
one another.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah.
Man. We never turned our backs on each other, but now that we separated. God.
They let you think about it after you say it, too.
Be more careful.
That was a sermon.
That song deep right there, but nobody really realize how deep that damn song is.
It's real deep.
Whew.
Man.
God.
You said, whew. You all right, bruh?
Well, I'm good, boy. I needed to hear that this morning.
That gave you some strength, huh?
What? Strength, nerve, and courage.
Carry on.
Yes.
Don't treat me like no punk ass jigger. Yeah. I'm a good one. I'm a high value man. Yeah. Believe that.
Pump your help. Yeah.
Believe that. Yes, sir. All right, y'all. Most of us are afraid of something, and sometimes the fears don't make any sense at all. And I mean, along with like common phobias like spiders and snakes, there are some really, really weird things that freak people totally out. Y'all hit us up at 866. What is something that you are definitely afraid of, even if most people are not? So we got that coming up next. You about to hear some weird stuff. Up next on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
So almost everyone is afraid of something like a fear of spiders or going to the dentist. That freak people out. Getting shots. For most people, these fears are minor, but when the fears become so bad, they cause anxiety and interfere with your normal life. They are called phobias, right? So a phobia is an intense fear of something that in reality causes little or no actual danger. Most phobias develop in childhood, but they can also develop in later life. Now, if you have a phobia, we want to hear about it. Call us up at 866-9-RICKY and let us know what it is. Tyra Banks said that she has a phobia for dolphins. Yeah,
you gotta watch out for them things, man.
Yeah, dolphins really bring. Sean Diddy Combs said that he fears women with a long second toe.
That's a whole lot of them.
Yes, it's a lot of them, but them be the ones got that fire though.
Yeah. You're stupid.
Those the ones got that fire. Yes, sir.
Listen, some of us have a long second toe.
Yeah,
okay.
Oprah admits to having a fear of chewing gum while growing up. I don't understand that one. Of her chewing gum or somebody else chewing gum?
Well, they say, when you was little, they say if you swallow gum, it takes like 7 years to digest in your system. It can clog your system up. That's what I was always told.
When you poop, you'll blow a bubble. Hey, all right, what are y'all, Gary, what are your fears?
Ricky, I fear rats. I hate rats.
Y'all had enough of them.
Yes, we did. My daddy used to shoot up in the ceiling with the BB gun, and I couldn't wait to move away from home to get away from. I just don't like rats.
I remember laying in the bed with my grandmama, and my Uncle Blue was sitting in there watching HBO in the room where the TV was with a BB gun in his lap and had some cheese right there, and where he had a straight shot, and about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, he was pow. Grandma said, I think he got him. Yeah, that was funny. Eva, what do you have a phobia of?
I am the arachnophobia girl. I have a fear of spiders, but it is a healthy fear because when I was about 13, I went on a trip with my mom to the Bahamas, and I was bitten by a centipede, and I ended up in the hospital for a day and a half. My legs swelled up, foot, everything. So anything with more than 4 legs.
So you freak out when you see Rebe Jackson coming down them steps. Centipede!
Oh my goodness.
Yes, sir. What about you, Brad? What do you have a phobia of?
Man, my thing is spiders too. I got bit when I was in prison, man, and that thing had got in my arm, and it.
You saw the spider?
I didn't see the spider, but when I went to talk to the nurse, you could see it running up towards my arm, like towards my chest. They had to take me to the hospital.
Wait a minute, so after the spider bit you, it was still on you somewhere?
No, the spider wasn't on me, but where it had bit me on my arm, you could see there was a red line that was going up towards my chest. I mean, it was slowly growing, so that's why they took me to the hospital. I was like, oh my God, I got bit by a real spider. Like, I don't play with spiders. If it's me and one of them in the room, they dying. It's them or me.
That's your new nickname, Little Miss Muffin.
Yes.
What about you, Rock?
Came a spider.
I'm a spider. What about you, Rock?
Man, I got a weird phobia of walking in the grass where there's dog poop. Like, every time I'm walking in the grass, I'm always walking down. It's just a crazy phobia, just a fear of stepping in dog poop, man. I'm like...
Yeah, that's bad.
What
about you, Kay?
Man, rats too, but you know what what really freaks me out is IV needles.
Ooh.
Oh, they don't.
I
bother
hate
me.
getting the IV needle in my hand or my arm. That just.
You know what mine is, man? Yesterday I was driving. I was in between. Shout out to Coach Mo Williams for allowing me to come speak to the kids at App State University yesterday. I drove from Atlanta to Montgomery on yesterday. That was awesome. But while a hearse was behind me and it started raining, all of a sudden the clouds got dark. It started raining. I freaking freaked out. Man, I'm doing about 75, and you know, I don't go past 70 or whatever. But then it started raining. I used to slow down to 60 and just stay in the right lane. Man, I don't know. That hearse probably thought that he could get behind me and trail me. And I'm like, you don't even understand, bro. I'm trying to get that damn car. It just gave me the creeps, and it had the lights on in the front like I was leading a funeral. Man, by the time I made it through Auburn and was headed through Montgomery, man, I just needed to get the hearse out of my sight. I can do a casket. I can do a dead body. I can do flowers. But it's something about that damn hearse, man. I dream about them at night. It seems like even when you in a funeral procession, you in the family car, I be thinking like all the hearse doors gonna open, and then the window of the funeral car gonna open. There's gonna a wind gonna suck all y'all in the hearse. And then the Undertaker from wrestling be driving. He turn around and give you that look at that little man with that. What's the little man name with the vase? Roxy, that be with the Undertaker.
Oh man, I forgot his name, man.
The one with that little real man. Oh my God, yeah.
Hey, hearses are creepy though. I'm with
hearses are a beautiful ass station wagon. I wish you would put my body in one of those. Dead or alive, you'll never get me to do that. Let's go to the phones. Good morning.
I am afraid of little kids with those silver cap teeth. I don't know what it is. I'm afraid of that. Balloons. I am so scared of balloons. The popping, the rubbing, all of that. My children have had no balloons at their birthday parties. Happy birthday.
Albinos. Something about their skin color. Every time I see them, I go the other way. I am afraid of a lot of small things put together, like yarn, just a lot of stuff bunched up. I can't stand that. I have trypophobia.
I'm a arachnophobic. My name is Cynthia from the STL, and I am so petrified of spiders, even the toy ones.
Those big old cockroaches, especially when they fly, like, ugh.
Clowns. I will kick a clown's ass in a heartbeat. Ain't that much happiness in the world. I'm not playing.
Is some people afraid of tomatoes? Like some people afraid of I think my daughter is afraid of dogs. We got a cute little puppy, and she just don't like dogs. And my other daughter loves dogs. It just everybody just have these weird phobias or whatever. So hit us up on our Facebook page, 866-9-RICKY, 866. If you are not able to to join us, hit us on social media at Rickey Smiley Morning Show.com. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know. What up, Jeff?
What's up, Rick? Man, I'm fantastic. Yep. Listen, I am the level of insanity that just continues to be this country is consistent, but it's just like, come on. There's something going on right now, Rick, in York, Pennsylvania, where the York, Pennsylvania school district is actually banning books, and they're banning books in the name of not allowing. They're saying this is a list of anti-racism books and resources. But what it comes down to is these are books that mention race at all. Right. And the school board, which is not very diverse at all, is literally banning books that talk about equity, that talk about equality, that talk about love, that talk about humanity, in the name of parents who are talking about the fact that they don't want, and you've heard it before, they don't want their children growing up being ashamed of being white, which I think is one of the funniest things I've ever heard anybody say. Like, I don't want my child growing up feeling guilty because she's white. How about your child growing up just knowing the reality of what white people did? How about that? And so why this is so, I think, damaging is because you continue to create a level of policy that is actually even not about critical race theory when you deal with the intellectual level of it. This is literally about you being afraid to talk about anything related to race in opposition of the truth. And so, this kind of precedent that's going to be set from a policy and curriculum perspective, coupled with what we're seeing happen in Texas in the same way, we're going to have to be real careful as we're looking at who's running for school board, as we're looking at the policies that are happening at the school board level and the state school board level about not just book banning, but literally how curriculum is going to be overhauled in the name of not having to talk about race at all. Second thing I want to talk about is at first I wasn't going to say anything about this whole Fat Joe Lil Mo thing, but it just irritates the hell out of me, man. I was reading a post that literally just said, okay, because Fat Joe apologized and then apologized on IG, this should be over. And I think that's what pissed me off more than anything else. It was like, are we really at a place where we think that because somebody gives an apology, that means the impact of the assault or the impact of the offense doesn't matter anymore? Right. And in my opinion, Lil Mo has the right to be as angry as she wants to. And I just see us in a place where, and maybe I'm overly sensitive about the issue more than I am about the incident. And the issue for me is that I feel like we keep telling black women to get over being offended. And we keep telling black women, why aren't you over? Somebody said sorry. And it's almost as if I say sorry so that the issue will go away versus I say sorry because I mean it. Or I apologize because I'm getting trolled versus I apologize because I actually am looking at the impact that I created on you and I regret that the impact I made on you happened. Not I regret that I got called out for doing it in the first place. And that's what I continue to feel like is happening. And it's what I feel like is happening with Fat Joe. I don't think he said sorry because he meant it. I think he said sorry because he was getting trolled. And so that's the issue for me, Rick. I actually don't think this thing with Fat Joe and Lil Mo is the biggest thing to talk about. I think the problem for me is that it is consistent with the fact that we continue to see black women being told, get over stuff, even in the midst of everything that we as a community are dealing with. Last thing before I get out of here, man, I just want to say a big congratulations to my frat brother, Justin Bibb. I told y'all there was a race for mayor in Cleveland. There were 2 finalists, 2 top vote winners. Justin Bibb, young brother, Alpha Phi Alpha, congratulations. There's going to be a general election, obviously, in November. Excited about what's happening in my home city, brother.
So he running against Frank Jackson?
No. Frank Jackson, he decided not to run. So okay. Mayor Jackson wasn't in the race at all. So there's a guy named Kelly and Bibb who are now the 2 finalists in for the mayor's race in Cleveland in November.
Oh, okay. Congratulations.
Absolutely. Y'all hit me at Jeff Nation on all social media. Love to hear what you think. Y'all remember it is this month is all about self-care awareness. Love yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself. I love y'all. Talk to y'all next week.
So what do it mean when you FaceTime and she don't answer the FaceTime?
When she say, I hit you back later, I'm doing something.
Right.
You be like, what? And be like, okay, but I called you like an hour ago and okay, I'm still doing something. Like when she had that kind of attitude, you know what I mean?
Right. Making you feel like you getting on her nerve and
right.
And flipping it on you.
And you used to didn't never get on her nerves, but now you just trying to contact and you getting on her nerves and you already know what's going down.
So what kind of rims the dude have on this car?
Yeah, they always put them chrome. They put them chrome rims on there. Only dope boys put chrome rims on their car.
Where she probably met him at?
They just got money. She probably met him like it'd be somewhere random, like a wing stop or something. He just pushed up on her. She was just in there picking up some wings, some boneless wings.
So when you call her mama, so you got a good relationship with her mama. You hit her mama up to talk about it. What her mama say to you?
Yeah, you hit her mama. You just be like, "Yo, I've been trying to reach her, and she won't hit me back." And she be like, "Baby, you just need to let her have her time." And you be like, "Okay, but I'm trying to." She be like, "No, you wrong. You just need to let her have her time, and when she ready to talk to you, she'll talk to you. But I'm not getting involved in that." And that's when you know Mama done met him and she kind of like him.
Oh,
She said she ain't getting involved in that. She said you just got to let her be.
so when she said that, think about the word that. I'm not getting involved with it, with that. That means that she already know about it.
Yeah, she know about him. She done met him. He done been over her house.
Right.
He done ate with him and everything, and she kind of like him.
Where was you at?
Huh?
Where did they go? Did they go to Benny Hunter's?
They didn't go to Benny Hunter. They probably went to like Papado or something. You know.
She got a whole nother life.
Yeah. Yeah, they done been to Papado. Rock. They done been to Papado.
Okay, but she ain't broke up. She ain't broke up with you yet, though.
She ain't officially broke up with you yet. You don't know she done broke up with you, but she knows she done broke up with you. Because her and the other dude, they done kissed like with the tongue in the mouth. They done had the tongue in the mouth kiss. They might not have did everything, but they done had their tongue in the mouth.
Man.
And once that happened, it's over.
They got about 4 kids.
But what if her kids like you though?
What if her kids like you?
Yeah. So you call over there and start acting like you concerned about the kids.
Yeah, he done took them kids shopping. He a D boy. He done took them kids shopping. He done took them to Foot Locker and got them a couple of pair of little sneakers and stuff.
Did he buy the school uniforms?
Oh man, if he buy them school uniforms, it's definitely over with. If he buy them 2 school uniforms with 2 different shirts, he get them in the yellow shirt and the blue shirt. Oh, right, man, it's a wrap.
So what kind of car you got? You look at his car, his S-Class with some rims on. What kind of car you pull off in, and how you feel about it?
I mean, you got an Accord, man. It's nice, but it's just like it's clean. You got a clean 2013 Accord.
Right.
But it's just, it's nice. It ain't got no, it's got a little sunroof, got a little spoil on it.
So do you just kind of start crying and get depressed, or you start scrolling through your phone finding chicks that
Yeah, you go through it
that
for
you
about
getting picked before you got with her.
Yeah, then you go through your phone and you find you some of them ones that, them 3 o'clock in the morning, that's always good. They always up.
Right.
Whenever you call, they always up. So you call one of them, man. You going, that's how you get over somebody.
So do you
get under somebody else.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That's how guys do it.
Yeah.
That's how guys do it. We gonna mourn for about a week.
Right.
But on that 8th day, it's going down.
No, on that 3rd day. You're alive by 8 days.
It's going
on that
down.
3rd.
No, you might mourn for about a week.
2.5.
You might mourn for about a week.
Yeah, 2.5. But see, you can't. If she wasn't good to you, you really don't miss anything. If she was really, really good to you and you done messed it up, that's a whole nother kind of hurt, man, because you blew it.
Yeah.
We have all blew it before. I'm talking about
all blew it.
Yes, sir.
Some of us still blowing it.
Man, when you done left your wallet at home and you at the airport and she run back and get your wallet and bring it back to you and get you through TSA before they start boarding.
Oh, that's a rare find right there.
Oh, my God.
That's a rare one right there, buddy.
Oh, bro, that happened to me, man. Boy, when she left, man, golly, I was crushed. But
how long did you stay crushed for you,
it took me a long time. But I think it was some years before I got over her. Yeah, it was some years.
Did you cry real tears over? Did you ever cry at night by yourself?
I didn't cry, but I started going to Bible study every Wednesday because I thought I was going to Pastor Mike Moore Church over there. I had joined that. I called myself turning my life over to the Lord. I started trying to get more focus on Jesus. I started going to church with Lestine Bell because Lestine, my friend, had turned into a minister. So I started going with her and Sonia on Bible study on Wednesday. And I was going to 10 o'clock service at Mike Moore Church.
All because of this chick.
Yeah, I was hurt. I was crushed. But
That's
I
all right.
got myself
She brought
together.
you closer to God. That's all right.
Yeah, I got close to God until I met the chick named Pam. When I met Jesus Christ.
When you met Pam, did you stop going to Bible study?
Boy, when I tell you, I backslid up in there. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
News headlines,
entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 26 minutes after the hour, y'all. The segment's being brought to you by My Computer Career. If you don't absolutely love what you do, make sure you go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today and become an information technology professional in as little as 4 months. That's mycomputercareer.edu. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and happy Thursday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcille, here with a quick look at your front page news. An FDA advisory committee will meet tomorrow to consider Pfizer's application to offer booster shots of its COVID vaccine. Now, if it is approved by the FDA, then the CDC will decide who would be eligible to get them. President Biden has already announced a plan to roll out boosters next week through some experts caution against it. Meanwhile, the Justice Department has announced that federal law enforcement officers will be banned from using chokeholds during arrest and can no longer use no-knock entry warrants when executing warrants, except in some very rare cases. This federal change comes as many state officials are reassessing police accountability and reform. Meanwhile, yesterday, in a very odd but necessary story, several Olympic gymnasts, including Simone Biles, told Congress that the FBI bore responsibility for the sexual abuse they suffered at the hands of a team doctor. The FBI director apologized, saying that the agency, quote, had a chance to stop this monster back in 2015 and failed. Now, in lighter news, congratulations goes out to our very own friend of the show and outstanding civil rights activist and attorney, Ben Crump. Crump was named one of Time Magazine's 100 most influential people. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news. For more, log on to the Rickey Smiley Morningshow.com. Rock T, the sports genius. What's going down in sports?
It's about to go down, baby. Week 2 of the NFL. Rock T NFL picks of the week. I ain't going to give you the over or the under. I'm just going to tell you who's going to win the damn game. Let's get it, man. Tonight we got Thursday Night Football. Washington football team will beat the New York Giants. New Orleans going to Carolina to beat the Panthers. Cincinnati versus Chicago. Joe Burrow in Cincy. He's hot. I'm going to tell it to you like this. If Andy Dalton starts for the Bears, they lose. If Justin Fields starts for the Bears, they win. Andy Dalton's probably going to start, so I'm picking Cincinnati to win that game. Cleveland over Houston. LA Rams beats Indianapolis. Denver Broncos. Quarterback Teddy Bridgewater will get the Broncos to 2-0. They're going into Jacksonville to beat the Jaguars. I like the Miami Dolphins. But will they have enough to beat the Buffalo Bills? Absolutely not. Buffalo's going to win that game right there. Tampa Bay over the Atlanta Falcons. I'm sorry, Atlanta. The Dirty Birds, y'all playing too dirty right now. Tom Brady going to probably put 100 points up on y'all boys. Yep. New England over the San Francisco beats Philadelphia. Pittsburgh and the Las Vegas Raiders. That's going to be a dogfight. Pick Pittsburgh to win that game by a field goal. Arizona over Minnesota. Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Chargers. Dallas Cowboys' best defensive player is out. Yes, DeMarcus Lawrence is out. But the offense is so potent, they'll have enough to outscore the Chargers. Pick the Cowboys to win that game, Rick Dog.
Okay.
Kansas City, Baltimore Ravens. Patrick Mahomes versus Lamar Jackson. They're playing in Baltimore, Raven Nation. I'm sorry, Raven Nation, but Kansas City, I got them going to the Super Bowl again. You got to pick Patrick Mahomes right there. And even though Aaron Rodgers looked like he didn't give a damn last week when he played, he's going to have enough to bounce back and beat the Detroit Lions. Last but not least, Tennessee and Seattle. Man, listen, you got to start putting Russell Westbrook in the same category as Tom Brady, because guess what? All he does is win. Pick the Seattle Seahawks to beat Tennessee this week. That's all my picks. If you got a problem with it, hit me up on my social media platforms at Rock T Holla, and we can discuss. There it is. Let's go.
The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BRAT.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 29 before the top of the hour. Time for the hot spot. What up?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat, and this is the Hot Spot, where we bring you music, movies, and more. Well, y'all, it's sad to say that Michael K. Williams was laid to rest. There was a private funeral service held at Stevens Episcopal Cathedral in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and about 150 family and friends attended the service, including celebrities like Queen Latifah and some of his castmates like Felicia Snoop Pearson, who also doubled as a pallbearer. He was found last week in Brooklyn in his apartment, and he was 54 years years old. R.I.P. to Michael K. Williams. He was an awesome person. Also, y'all, a reboot of the iconic Whitney Houston film The Bodyguard is in the works at Warner Brothers. And according to Variety, they looking at combos like Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson, which could be cute, and Channing Tatum and Cardi B. Okay, Cardi B, that's been floating around too, but no cast has been set yet. Who would y'all see being in the remake of The Bodyguard? What two people?
Oh, that's a good one.
Channing Tatum is a good
stuff
pick.
You just don't need to remake, though. Like, some stuff you just need to leave it alone.
Michelle Williams.
I cannot see that.
Yeah, Michelle.
I think
Michelle Williams
has
has the vocals and about slim like Whitney Houston. Michelle Williams would definitely do a good job in that.
Okay.
Because she sounds who?
Jimmy Walker and Bodyguard.
Yeah, Jimmy Walker for Bodyguard.
As the Bodyguard.
Now or before?
JJ in the building.
Dynamite.
He'll take off running every time confrontation.
Well, you know, what can I say? All right, y'all. Lil Nas X has made Time's 100 most influential people of the 2021 list. In a piece for the magazine, Kid Cudi said that he thinks Lil Nas X can help destroy the homophobic cloud over hip-hop. And we stand with him. He said, I'm going to do whatever I have to do to let him know you have my support when we do our song together. However, Trippy, the video is let's get sexy with it. Okay, so I guess they doing a song together, Lil Nas X and Kid Cudi. But other people who made that Times 100 most influential people list is Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, Simone Biles, Tracy Ellis Ross, Naomi Osaka, Daniel Kaluuya, Britney Spears, Ben Crump, and more. Congratulations to Ben Crump on that. Yes. And last but not least, real quick, y'all, Nicki Minaj has been banned from Twitter. She's in Twitter jail following the COVID-19 tweets. She revealed that she was banned from Twitter following her tweets about her cousin's friend being impotent with swollen testicles after getting the COVID-19 vaccination. In an Instagram Live, Nicki Minaj said that she will never go back to Twitter. She also said that things started to feel scary comparing it to people in other countries who can't praise God freely. She said, I remember when I was a little girl and I would be taken to church. Sometimes the people would tell us, be happy that you're able to praise God freely, because some people in so many countries in the world can't praise God like they want to praise God. She also said, I'm seeing black women on Twitter, black women I follow, acting like this is funny. So before ending in the live, she reiterated that she never gave any facts about the vaccine and that she didn't know that she didn't show up to the Met Gala because she didn't want to travel with her son Papa Bear. Meanwhile, a senior editor for the Huffington Post said that Twitter representatives responded to Minaj's accusations that she was in Twitter jail, stating that they did not take any enforcement action on her account. So I don't know what's up with that. So I guess we'll see later. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot right there. But coming up next, we got the Praise Mixdown. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat. You can catch me on all my social media as So Brat. The time now is 25 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show.